breakfast. The 3 tables, the first one I sat in, I should have stayed there because it's the one I got served first. It was one of the last to get food. I had 2 food bags and I could not get them into my pack. So to take food out, pack it in my pack, just talking to my phone here, pack it into my pack, and put the empty food bag on top to get it closed.
Anchor's gonna bring you to Millinocket around before noon. Today's the day you're gonna go, right?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So he's going anyway, and I just said, oh, can Billy ride with you? And he's like,
And it's chilly out there.
Oh, sweet.
so that way,
A lot of people are ready to hit the trail.
Not exactly.
A few people are zeroing.
Yeah, that means you drink eggs, that's
But it's cool out there.
What's up, man?
Once you start walking, it'll be a lot better. Everyone's wearing shorts.
You're the man, dude. You gotta stay one more day?
Yeah, I think so.
And Sir Jack has lost his wallet. Can't find it.
He was black. That way don't show dirt. Think about how dirty we get out here. He's actually smart when he decided that.
Go gold and go white.
The white looks nice now.
Yeah, no,
But give me a week with this.
yeah.
Going
That's
white.
the black. They don't
point,
look nice.
so everybody can see how many lives you did.
But he
Take the white one.
did want the durability because his
It is more durable than black.
tore up.
Yeah, the black ones are thicker.
But the reason I like the white is because it's like that's where they started. They started with white packs. That's their reason. The black is 150 linear and the white is 50. So if you're gonna hit everyone with raw, you can go feel it. Yeah, it's definitely. There's only $20 more, you said? Pretty much more. So why would you take it? Well, it is a little.
Heading out today? Heading out today?
No, I'm still waiting for a package.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, it's not a bad place to hang out.
yeah.
A big hiker box. I have a slack line over there, and I guess a few things if we want to go down to the pond. Porta potties. Well, as for sleep last night, so-so. Part of the problem is every time some people got up to go pee or whatever, they were stomping a little bit on the wooden floor. And the door, it kept opening. People kept trying to close it, but it wouldn't latch. And the guy sleeping next to the door, beast. Well, he had been a loud talker down below and everything, and people were coming up the stairs yakking quite a bit, so early on it was tough to even try to get to sleep. But I also found when I tried to upload a video, it was like saying an hour or half an hour, and then I walked into the bathroom, and it was like, 5 minutes left, so it was like, wow, so I uploaded 2 videos there last night. I can't remember if I made them both public. Anyway, and as for breakfast, well, when I finally did come downstairs, there were 3 tables. I sat at the first one, thought, well, I don't want to sit at this table. I'll sit at one in the next room. I go to the next room, away from a window. Although a lot of windows were open, so it was kind of cool outside. And then there were 2 people sitting at the table, so I decided to go over there and sit with them. What do you know, that was kind of the order of tables as they got served. So even though it was like the 4th one down there to eat, I was one of the 2nd or 3rd last people who actually got food. And then they took their time getting more pancakes. So I think I had 8 blueberry pancakes, and the home fries and the eggs, and I think there was one other thing, bacon. So it was a pretty good breakfast. I paid my bill. I got $130 with everything, including the resupply. Didn't get to the trailhead till 8:45 before we started. And it's 12:30 right now. I just took a 15-minute break watching sketch or do a little fly fishing. Seemed like a good time to stop. And I'm going to try a stealth camp at a viewpoint on a ledge, or it's called the Ledges anyway. It's a flat area about halfway up the hill. So there are stealth stakes anyway. So it's beyond the net shelter, but before the one after, which is like 9-10 miles. Which is a little too far, maybe. So I got 5 hours worth of walking, I guess. And yeah, I'll start soon enough. Not very hilly terrain, but it's up and down, and poorly marked in some areas. Bramble, he got lost a couple times. I got lost a little bit. We crossed the stream. We found we didn't have to. It was difficult figuring out where to go sometimes, because I think they created a new part of the trail, and Rambles went down the wrong one, I went down the right one, and once we got there it wasn't obvious where the trail continued at the water, so that's why we thought, oh, I must have to cross. Anyway, we did get to another stream, and this one we do have to cross, so yeah, I think just 2 little hills, like 300 feet high to go, but it's like, I said 6 miles or something like that. So there it goes, sketch. Anyway, and yeah, the sun has popped out most of the time, but a lot of time it was kind of cloudy. And yeah, I'll have a little trail mix, I think, and then I'll head off myself, before 1 o'clock for sure. Or that type of thing. There were a few people who were dyeing their hair blue and that type of thing, and I guess Flamingo and that vodka and marijuana girl at the one shelter who zeroed, you might remember that. She was at the hostel, and I guess they've kind of hooked up. They put a blue or a flamingo stripe down the middle of his hair, and she had put blue dye in another guy's beard, the beast, even though it didn't look very blue this morning. It was just very dark. Maybe in bright light it might be bluish. And as I said, she must have not got it all out of the guy's hair, because I guess she was cuddling with him, and now she's got blue dye on her face. So That's going to be on for a little while before it comes off. The market stupidity, perhaps? Anyway, they were having a good time, but they were drinking too, so don't die and drink. Well, I forded that river. I didn't fall, but there were a few sketchy moments. I was very slow. My feet are tender, and some of those rocks under the water weren't exactly well placed, and getting my toes crunched and things under the feet. I'm trying to support myself with 2 poles in one hand and a rope in the other hand, and that water moving by constantly, kind of playing with your visual positioning. But didn't fall in, didn't get my pack wet, didn't get my shoes wet or socks. But and the water was cool enough. But I was just going up a hill, fairly steep, 500 feet, heading for Viewpoint Ledges after the net shelter, but before the one after that, which is just a little too far to get there. It's getting dark. As it is now, I think this one will be there by 5. Oh, it's moving so slow here. Oh, at least I made it. Beaver Dam. Now, which way to go? I guess it's maybe the beaver den right there. Well, I guess I have 100 miles. Well, I beat everyone to the top. And here is the friggin' spectacular view that you get when you get up here. Okay, I got my tent set up not far from the trail, which is right there in the middle. And I've got my food stuff and spoon and stove and water and a sit pad, and I'm going to go to the lookout point and eat there. The sun's behind some clouds at the moment, but this is my view for dinner, and it is lovely. Lovely. Oh, gorgeous. Dinner with a view. Well, nobody else showed up. South Bunders have been walking by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 8 in the last hour or so. But those two guys never showed up. So it's all for me.